Hey guys, what's cracking? It's Dr. Nevel, aka Dr. Ginger Ninja. And today I have Amy with me.
Hi.
Welcome back, Amy.
Thanks for having me back.
We've been treating Amy for quite a few years now, but she recently had a new problem and something new going on that she's going to share with us.
Yeah. So I woke up the other night and my hands were numb. My thumb was numb, which was really odd, and I didn't have any grip strength, so it really worried me. The day after that, I woke up and now the numbness went down my arm as well as my hands.
You just woke up with this?
I just woke up with it. I have no idea what happened. I didn't have any athletic injuries. I just woke up in the middle of the night because my hands were numb.
Yeah, I see this a lot. A lot of times people wake up with, all of a sudden they say nothing really happened. I just woke up with pain. Some injuries are more traumatic and other ones you just can be more slowly degenerative, or you just wake up and you have no idea what happened. The plan is I'm going to do an exam on you. I'm going to do some orthopedic and neurological tests, see what recreates the pain, see what makes you feel better, and then figure out what's the best plan going forward.
Great.
Okay, we're going to do a little compression testing. So as I push down here, is there any pain with that?
A little uncomfortable.
Okay. Anything going down the arm?
It's not going down the arm, it's just my neck.
Now if I rotate this way and we come back here, as I push down, any pain with that?
Yeah, a little bit.
Right in the neck?
Actually on the other side.
On the other side. Anything going down the arm here?
No.
Good. We're going to go to the left and back this way.
Yeah, that one's even harder.
That's
and
worse.
it is on that side.
Okay. But nothing going down the arm?
No.
Good. Now if I distract your neck, pulling up like that, does that feel better?
It feels great.
Good. So that is a sign that there could be some pressure on the nerves through there that would then make you a candidate for treatments like spinal decompression, which we can discuss. A lot of tension right in through the cervical spine. Do you get tender up and through here?
Yeah, a lot. I get knots. It's kind of where I think I carry all my stress.
All right, if I bend you to the right and back, any pain with that in the low back?
No pain.
Good. To the left and back?
No pain, just tight.
We're gonna do some muscle testing. So I'm gonna have you bring your arms like this, push up against me here. Good. And bring your arms like this, push out against me here. Good. Now bring your wrists in extension here. Resist me here. Good. Same thing here. Good. Now bring your arms like that. Push against me here. Good. Push against me here. Good. Spread your fingers apart there. Squeeze against my fingers. Don't let me pull them out. Good. Against my fingers there. Good. All right. Spread the fingers out. I'm going to push in. Resist me here. Through here. Push against me. Good. Good. Okay, so this is a dynamometer. So what this does is it measures grip strength. So we're going to measure your grip strength from one side to the other. Okay? So first with the right hand, I'm going to have you squeeze. All right, relax. We'll do that one more time. That was about 40 pounds. Squeeze. Good, and just under 40. Okay. And we'll do the other arm. Squeeze and relax. Okay, that's just under 30. Go again. All right, and relax there. When we're comparing one side to the other, your left side is about 10 pounds less pressure than the right as far as grip strength. Have you been noticing that the left side is worse than the other?
Yes.
And is that the same side that you are having trouble opening a door?
Yeah, I mean, both of them it is hard, but definitely the left side I'm having more issues with. And I would have to use both hands to open the door, which is kind of crazy to me.
Okay, now I'm going to use a pinwheel to measure this sharp sensation on one side versus another. So I'm going to have you go palms up with your eyes closed. And we're going to start off in here versus here.
Less on the left.
Okay. How about here versus here?
That feels fine.
Okay. Out here versus out here?
I think that's about the same, maybe a little less on the left.
About here versus here?
Less on the left.
Okay. And here and here?
Feels the same.
Okay, for Amy, I'm going to start off with a ArthroStim instrument assisted adjusting tool. And what this does is produces a little thrust through the vertebrae. And what I'm going to have you do, Amy, I'm going to have you tuck your chin to your chest, have you look down to your chest, and then look all the way up to the ceiling, and then down to your chest, and back up to the ceiling, and down. And what this is doing is it's producing a little thrust through the vertebrae. So where those joints may not be moving properly, this helps restore the proper mobility and alignment. Look straight ahead, look to the right, and to the left, and to the right, and to the left, and more to the right, and to the left. Look straight ahead. The ArthroStim is often very good for people that either a manual adjustment is contraindicated or they may have some fear or anxiety about being manually adjusted. So what the ArthroStim does is it produces a thrust through the vertebrae and it helps restore the mobility through the joints and get them moving properly. Okay, so now we've done an exam with you and we have some x-rays and that shows that disc degeneration at C5, C6. What we're going to do is I'm going to restore some mobility with some chiropractic adjustments, and then I'm going to get you on some spinal decompression. Okay?
Great.
Okay, we're going to start off with a mid-back adjustment. Give yourself a nice hug. I'll have you tuck your chin, roll you up, take a nice deep breath in, blow it all the way out. Another one. Blow it out, shoulders relax. You're definitely locked up at that C5, C6 area, which those nerves come right down into the thumb and the index finger where you're having some of that decreased sensation. So I'm going to set you up for a neck adjustment here. Bring your head this way. Good. In that position, does that recreate any pain? Going there to there. Is that okay? All right. So I'm going to rotate from about there to about there. So I'll just let the jaw relax. The head relax there, good. Then drop. Roll forward, good. Any pain with that? All right, nice deep breath in. Blow it out, good. One more. Blow it out. Good. One more. Blow it out. Foot relax as I pull there. You okay there? Gotta let everything relax.
Ooh, that felt good.
Same thing here, let the foot relax. You okay there? Okay, I'm going to do some decompression on it now so we can kind of decompress that disc and get some pressure off the nerves.
Okay, great.
First, we position the patient comfortably with the padded traction device to support the head and neck, isolating the cervical spine during treatment. Okay, we're going to squeeze these bolsters around your neck. Let me know when that feels good, and that's going to help catch you right underneath the neck to help with the traction. Let me know when that's good.
Feels good.
I'm going to attach the rope to the decompression. And then if there's anything that you feel any discomfort, press this red button and it'll pause the traction. We then program the machine to apply controlled, gentle traction to the neck. The process is entirely customizable to each patient's needs. The goal is to relieve pressure on the cervical nerves, particularly for pinched nerves, herniated discs, and radiating arm pain. All right, that's going to start slowly pulling on your neck. As the machine tractions the cervical spine, it allows the disc to decompress, which reduces the nerve pressure, promoting healing and helps relieve pain. One of the best things about cervical decompression therapy is that it targets the root cause of the pain, rather than just masking the symptoms. It's a fantastic alternative to surgery, heavy medications, or for those looking for a natural approach to their pain relief. Many patients also choose to do monthly maintenance sessions to maintain good spinal hygiene. So people with disc herniations, we typically do treatment about 2 or 3 times a week to relieve that pressure on the nerve. It's important to not ignore the symptoms because the longer you have pressure on the nerves, the more damage that can occur, and you can end up with permanent nerve damage. And many patients love spinal decompression treatment. It stretches out the spine, it makes them feel taller, it decompresses all those nerves, it just makes them feel overall really good.
Immediate relief. I want one of these at home. Yeah.
And if you're experiencing low back pain or sciatica, lumbar decompression can help you relieve the pressure on the nerves of the low back. Check out this video for more on lumbar spinal decompression and its benefits. And if you found this video helpful, punch that like button, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.